good morning. I wanted to drop in and say hello, hello, hello. And it made me think because this is later than I usually get in here with you guys, right? Usually I'm here first thing in the morning. So it made me think, what do you do when things don't go quite as planned, right? Because I was up early this morning. I probably spent too much time um, answering texts. I know early in the morning. Sometimes that happens, right? So what do you do when things start to zag? Do you zag, or do you get into a flow? And what's that flow look like for you? Right? Because there was no way that I was not going to come in here and have a chat with you this morning. But it's later than it usually is. And what's that look like? What's it look like when all of a sudden things are just really pulled down on you? What do you do? What's that look like for you? I'd love to hear. How do you manage that? What's things, what do you do when everything has a different flow to the day than what you imagined, right? Because I love to get up. I love consistency and patterns, right? I like to know sort of what my day is going to look like. Not always. I do like to know what the outline of it is, because as an artist, right, we have a tendency to um have things come up. But when things really go sideways, what do? What's that look like for you? So one of the things that I do is, gosh, okay, how can I do this differently? How can I still accomplish my goal? And for many of you, if things start to go wrong, the first thing that you put on the back burner is creating your art, right? Oh, today's not going to work. And one of the things that I loved makes me think of one of the things that I absolutely love, because I hear artists say, well, I didn't feel like it today. But one of the things that I loved about being in art school was that it didn't matter what I felt like that day. I had to come in and produce. Now, admittedly, there were some days that it was easier than others, that my creativity was high and I was really sensitive to my subject and was really able to um, perform at a higher level. But being able to create that muscle of going in day after day, whether I felt like it or not, was a powerful thing for me. So, do you have, I don't feel like it today, I'm not feeling it today, um, I'm going to go do something else? And sometimes that's important. Sometimes that is important. But when you're doing that more than you are working, that's not a good thing, right? Because as an artist, you don't have art, you don't have a business. And if you don't have a business, then you're a hobbyist, and there's nothing wrong with being a hobbyist. But if you are absolutely determined to be a professional artist in business, there are times that it's really important to rise up, to do the things that are not comfortable. I don't feel like it today, but gosh, if you went into the studio and you just worked an hour, right? And you got two strokes, or you were able to make two differences in the sculpture that you're working on. You got two notes as a musician. You got one paragraph as a writer. You were able, one shot as a photographer, or doing some editing on an image, you were able to make two differences in that particular photograph. Tomorrow, when you do feel better, or you are really super inspired, how much more is that going to give to your art, right? I found that for myself, that if I am able to go in and on the days that I'm not feeling it. Because it would have been really easy for me to say, today I'm just going to let this one slide by. We'll do a live tomorrow. To just let it slide. But that's not who I am, right? And I don't want that to be who you are either, because as a creator, as an artist, there is something so incredibly valuable to what you do, to what you put out into the world, that to think that you're not stepping into that role is really, it makes me sad, right? So what's it look like for you? Are you able to come back to the table and do something really super powerful and important? Even if it's just a little bit, right? Even if it's just a step forward, or if it's just the mindset that today I'm going to do it. Today I'm going to step into it. What's that look like for you? I'd love to hear. And I'd love for you, if you'd be so kind as to share this. Please share this. And tomorrow we will have a live in Facebook. And I look forward to seeing you and hearing you. And we are going to be talking about social media and your mindset, because I'm finding that that is so incredibly important. What's that look like for you? What is your mindset? I know that you're determined. I know as a creative, you are just absolutely possessed. But how's that translate into your art business? Okay, go have yourself a magnificent day. Please share this and go create something beautiful.